What if the nightmare becomes real? What if the long-standing Cold War between Iran and Israel explodes into a nuclear war? It's a question that once belonged only to think tanks and simulations. But in 2025, with tensions soaring, missile attacks increasing, and red lines being crossed almost daily, that question is no longer theoretical. It's a warning. Israel has never officially confirmed the existence of its nuclear weapons, but global intelligence estimates it possesses between 80 and 200 nuclear warheads, capable of delivery by aircraft, submarines, and ballistic missiles. Israel's nuclear doctrine is clear. If its survival is threatened, it will not hesitate to use its ultimate deterrent. Iran, on the other hand, claims it doesn't seek nuclear weapons, but its actions tell another story. It has enriched uranium past 60%, installed advanced centrifuges, and refused key inspections. Experts believe Iran is months, not years, away from the capability to produce a nuclear bomb. The question now is simple. Not if war will escalate, but how far it will go. And if it goes nuclear, what happens next? Imagine this. Iran launches a massive coordinated missile and drone attack on Israeli cities, Haifa, Tel Aviv, and Dimona. Some of the drones breach Iron Dome and strike strategic infrastructure. Israel suffers casualties. Panic spreads at the same time. New satellite images confirm that Iran has begun preparing a warhead, a potential nuclear breakout. That's when Israel's red line snaps, in the dead of night. Israeli submarines stationed in the Arabian Sea launch Popeye turbo-cruise missiles armed with tactical nuclear warheads, aimed at underground nuclear bunkers near Natanz, Fordo, and Isfahan. Simultaneously, a fleet of F-35I stealth jets drops low-yield nukes on Iran's ballistic missile facilities and command centers deep inside Tehran. The explosions are not meant to flatten cities, yet they are targeted, surgical, but still catastrophic. Firestorms engulf secret enrichment sites. Shock waves ripple through military compounds. Radiation leaks into surrounding regions. Thousands are instantly killed. Hundreds of thousands are exposed. The world changes in an instant. Global stock markets crash within minutes. Oil prices skyrocket. Air traffic across Asia and the Middle East is grounded. NATO and the UN hold emergency sessions. Russia blames the West. China goes silent. The United States, already stretched thin in Eastern Europe and the Pacific, begins moving forces toward the region. Iran, enraged and humiliated, activates its regional proxies. Hezbollah, the Houthis, Shiite militias in Iraq, and cyber units. In Lebanon, all go on the offensive. Tel Aviv is hit again. Ashdod's port is bombed. Israeli civilians are told to shelter for what may come next, and what comes next could be far worse. Iran may decide it has nothing to lose. In a last desperate move, it attempts to assemble and deploy its first nuclear bomb, either in the form of a crude device detonated on its own soil as a show of force, or through a smuggled warhead sent by proxy. If that happens, if a nuclear weapon detonates in Tel Aviv or Haifa, the Israeli retaliation will be unlike anything seen since Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Full-scale nuclear annihilation of Iran's military infrastructure. Government buildings, missile fields, naval bases, and even cities like Tehran, Mashhad, and Qam could follow. Within hours, millions would be dead. Within days, nuclear fallout would poison the skies over the Middle East and parts of Asia. The Strait of Hormuz, through which 30% of the